On this week's episode of Theme Park Worldwide, the show, we take a closer look at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, now open at Universal Studios in Hollywood. Exciting news from Busch Gardens Williamsburg on a brand new roller coaster set to open in 2017. And along with all that, even more theme park news, interact with me, Merch Paradise, and of course, ask me anything. I'm Shawn Sanbrooke, this is Theme Park Worldwide, the show, and that means it's time to cue those titles. And as always, a very warm welcome to this week's episode of Theme Park Worldwide, the show. Now, I hope you've all had a fantastic week. Of course, I've been quite busy. I've got some videos online for you guys. As you'll know if you've watched the channel for a while, in between our weekly episodes of the show, which is online every Wednesday, and our various vlogs that go online on the channel. Of course, I upload some on and off-ride videos in between those, to sort of keep you guys amused throughout the theme park season. I know you all like watching our on and off-ride videos, and of course, throughout the year, we'll have plenty more of those going online. I've also had a busy week getting ready for my big trip. I'm off over to Italy for 4 days. Actually tomorrow, Thursday, I'm heading out to Rome in Italy to go and try 2 brand new parks, Sydney City World and Rainbow Magic Land. Of course, I'll have vlogs from both of them parks online next week here on the channel, along with a full review of the parks here on next week's episode of the show. So I do look forward to sharing that with you guys here on Theme Park Worldwide. It is our first European trip of 2016, the first of many. We've got lots to come, including next month, where we're going to go into Park Warner and Party Attractions in Madrid. The following month doing our June mega trip, July Europa Park, August Mirabilandia. There's a lot coming on Theme Park Worldwide this year, and I'm doing more new parks this year than I ever have done before. So it's a great year to be on the channel, and it's a great year to follow what we're up to. Anyway, lots of theme park news to get on with this week, so let's get straight in with a little bit of news off the rails. First up then, I've got news from Universal Studios Hollywood and the brand new Wizarding World of Harry Potter that opened at the park last Thursday. It opened to a massive fanfare. They had projection mapping all up the rockwork and all up Hogwarts. It looked absolutely stunning, and they even had fireworks on top as well. It's something I'd love to see Universal bring in every day at the park. Of course, Disney's famous for its nighttime spectaculars, so it might be something that Universal look into in the coming years. But in terms of how impressive it is, it looks absolutely stunning. For anyone that's been to a Wizarding World before, they'll know how they're absolutely beautifully themed. You've got all the shops, the restaurants, and of course 2 feature rides in the area as well. So what you've got then in the area is of course Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, the massive dark ride with elaborate theming, and it's a really unique experience. I absolutely love the one in Orlando. However, what this has got, what the Orlando one hasn't for the moment, is 3D technology. So you do actually wear 3D glasses as you're going around, and all the screens, all the visuals is all in 3D, along with other theming in there as well. It's not all just screens, which Universal do like doing things with screens. This has got a fantastic combination of both screens and theming. Not only that, then you've got a junior coaster as well from Mack Rides, Flight of the Hippogriff. They have also got that in Orlando as well. You'll find with both of the Wizarding Worlds in America, they are both very, very similar to how they've been built. But with this as well, it's a little bit different. However, you've got a Mack Rides Youngstar coaster being built instead of a Vekoma Junior coaster, which is quite interesting. So that'll ride quite a bit different than the Orlando version. And in terms of everything else in the area, you've got all the shops, the theming, like the one shop. You can even get the butterbeer. It's a fantastic area. For anyone that's been to one before, they'll know how they're absolutely awesome. And I look forward to seeing how this might develop in the coming years as well. Universal has spent a lot of money at the moment, and of course they opened Diagon Alley back in 2014 at Universal Studios in Orlando. Will they expand this area in Hollywood as well? We'll soon have to see. Will they put the Hogwarts Express in? Will they put even more rising such as Gringotts? We'll soon have to see what happens, but it'll all come down to the gate figure, the cost of putting it in, and of course space. Universal Studios Hollywood is a working studios up in the hills of Hollywood. It's got a very funny terrain, you know, so it might be somewhere that they can't physically expand. We'll soon see, and we'll see what happens with that one. In terms of gate figure at the park though, they're hoping the attendance will boost by 20% from them just installing this area. When we were back there in September, you might remember from the vlog, I mentioned how they were constructing it and expanding the area in terms of the infrastructure of the park and the car parking. You know, it's all stuff they thought about at Universal, and bam, it's now open. I can't believe it. I think we were there a few months ago and seen it be construction. It's now ready to go and it looks absolutely stunning. I'm looking forward to seeing the reviews coming out from there. We'll have to see. I mean, it's a lot of people. The park gets 8 million visitors at the moment annually, whereas Disneyland, which is an hour and a half away, gets 17 million visitors. So we'll soon have to see. I'm sure that gate figure will go up over the next couple of years. With this investment, we'll soon see, and of course we'll keep you up to date here on Theme Park Worldwide, the show, if they do intend to redevelop the area and add more attractions in. Next up then is Dubai Parks and Resorts. So I've talked about this a couple of times in the past, and they're looking at building another theme park onto what they've already got proposed. So they're already building a Legoland Dubai, Motion Gate Park, and also Bollywood Park. That's all opening in October 2016 and into 2017. They're also looking at their 2019 product, which is going to be another park, and it's going to be a Six Flags theme park. Now, as you can imagine with a Six Flags park, building one of them straight off is going to be a massive cost to them. So what they're looking at doing is getting finance help as to building that. At the moment, they've got around 37% of what they need. However, on Monday this week, they secured 993 million of debt financing to fund part of what they needed to build this park. So it's something that we're going to follow quite a bit here on Theme Park Worldwide. Of course, as it gets towards the opening at the end of this year, we'll have a little look at what's going on with the park and sort of their future plans for expansion. It looks absolutely awesome though, and of course, Dubai Parks and Resorts is something that might not be heard about quite a lot here in the UK, but it is something we're going to follow here on the channel, and I do look forward to seeing how it's going. Like I say, you've got the 3 parks currently in construction, a massive sort of downtown Disney style area, which looks really nice, and an on-site resort hotel as well. So this is something what I think we've got to watch out for in the next couple of years. I think it's really going to go up there in terms of one of the best sort of themed resorts to visit in the world, and it's somewhere I definitely want to visit in the next few years here on Theme Park Worldwide. How awesome is that teaser video for a brand new roller coaster set to open next year, 2017, at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg? How awesome does this look? A brand new wooden roller coaster at the park, manufactured by GCI, Great Coasters International, famous for doing many great rides across the world, and one of our favourites, Woden, at Europa Park. So as you saw from the video, quite a lot of stats in there and things to what they're building, but more importantly, the theme to this ride. It looks very similar to Woden, the fact it's got a bit of a Viking theme going on, and hence the name of the ride as well. You know, so it looks really good. It's called Invader with a capital R. Bit of a strange name. It's not spelled Invader as in Invader. It's got a strange spelling, so it's kind of like 13 at Alton Towers, the way it's got a 3 in officially. You know, so it looks quite good. I'm looking forward to sort of seeing how they go along with that. It looks like they've got quite a strong theme going on with this ride. I'm sure they wouldn't just call it Invader, you know, if they didn't have anything sort of strong planned for the theme. So I look forward to following this again over the next year as it gets constructed. With the 8th roller coaster at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, it looks absolutely beautiful, that part. The terrain looks amazing. It's got some really famous coasters out there that one day I'll get out there and go and experience, and I'll share it with you guys here on the channel. But yeah, the ride, like I say, has got this strong Viking theme, and Woden at Europa Park is one of my favourite wooden coasters, so I can't wait to sort of see if it resembles it in any way, and I'm not sure how they do the queue lines over there and things, but I hope they sort of look into that and make it quite an immersive experience. 74-foot drop, which is quite moderate really. Top speed of around 48 miles per hour, again quite moderate, and it has got quite a short layout. But here it is, just here, sort of an overlook of the layout. You can see it's not massively long, but it looks like there's quite a lot of trees, quite a lot of a ground sort of terrain coaster, which I'm looking forward to seeing at the park. It's something that Busch Gardens Williamsburg do really, really well. Now also early reports are suggesting that Invader, I'm going to say Darth Vader then, that Invader will feature the Millennium Flyer trains from Gwazi that closed last year at Busch Gardens in Tampa Bay in Florida. So we'll soon have to see if that does happen. These things can just be rumours. However, it wouldn't surprise me if it did. There was nothing wrong with the trains on Gwazi. It was the track that was the issue. So why not recycle the trains, the good Millennium Flyer trains? Why not get them over to Busch Gardens Williamsburg and get them recycled? So I'm sure we'll see what happens, and we'll follow that here on the channel. Along with that exciting news, then a bit of disappointing news from Walt Disney World. We seem to have been reporting some really sort of sad stories from Disney World over the past year in terms of things closing and things making way for other new bits that aren't opening for years to come. But with this one, the Rivers of Light, something I'm really looking forward to seeing in September, has been delayed. But hopefully, fingers crossed, it is going to be ready for when I'm there in September. It's been delayed by a minimum of 6 weeks, and Rivers of Light is a massive new show on the lake by Expedition Everest. What a beautiful coaster that is. So what's going on with this though? It's supposed to sort of debut on the 22nd of April this year, so in a couple of weeks time. The show's got technical issues basically. They've been running it for tests. It's not ready to go. So that's the delay, and we're going to get an update on when it's going to open, this brand new show in the middle of May. So that's when they're going to sort of let us know an opening date. So from that, to me, it's looking like it's going to be summer by the time this is open, which is kind of good news for me because it means it's going to be even newer, even more fresh when I get to go and experience it at the end of September. But yeah, it looks really good. All the lighting, the floats, it looks gorgeous. And of course, as I've mentioned before, with the Animal Kingdom being full of real animals, you know, they can't let off fireworks and have big lasers and things. This is all kept quite compact on the lake, and I look forward to seeing how Disney sort of do that. Disney are fantastic at the shows and nighttime spectaculars, and this looks like it's going to be one of the best. So of course we'll keep you up to date here on the channel with when this show is going to happen. Unfortunately, it has meant that the other sort of things at the park, what were planned for the nighttime, have also been delayed as well, which is a shame, such as Kilimanjaro's After Dark. I love Kilimanjaro Safaris, it's great, so it's an amazing experience. And the other sort of nighttime entertainment, including the extension of the Animal Kingdom park hours as well. So it's a shame that all that's been delayed, but hopefully it'll be ready for the summer, just in time for the big influx of guests heading to Walt Disney World. That's it then for the news this week. However, last week I did sort of mention about London Paramount. You know, and I wanted you guys to comment below in the comments, and I'd read them and read out a few of my favourites. So we said how London Paramount's been delayed till at least 2021, and it's not looking likely that this thing's going to get built, to be honest. It's not looking good. So let's have a little read of some of the comments that you guys thought. I had a read through lots of comments. Well, these are some of the best ones. Let's have a little look. So ENZ, as in E-N-Z, put, as much as the Paramount Park will be a massive improvement to theme parks in the UK, you know, it will open up a lot of opportunities for people, not only with rides, but the UK lacks one main thing, which is dark rides, and that's very, very true. I mean, Disney do amazing dark rides, so do Universal, even if some of them are screens, but it would be good to see. So thank you for your comments. Tim Morgan commented, a lot of projects the size of London Paramount suffer with the delays. That may not mean much and at all for the park like in our country. However, the proposed location for it isn't very good. It should be built in a better place. Of course, I kind of agree with what you're saying there. The location of it isn't great in terms of other transport, but I always hope that they would improve the road system around there as well. Fingers crossed they would, to sort of make it better connections to the park. They're looking at running riverboats up and down the Thames, so that'll be interesting to see if it does end up happening. That could be quite a nice experience. Finally, from Michael, I don't think Paramount Park will happen. It's been pushed back so much that the funding will get more expensive and it won't be affordable. It never was in the first place. So thank you for your comments, guys. Like I say, London Paramount, I hope it happens, but for some reason I'm kind of starting to think now I'm on doubting the project, so hopefully they'll have a big sort of excitement buzz and something will get announced and we'll all be able to get excited again for this. So thank you very much for your comments, and that's it for this week's News Off the Rails. It's now time for a bit of Merch Paradise. Guys, it's time for Merch Paradise, the part of the show where I pick a random piece of merchandise from the world of theme parks and share it with you guys. It can be mugs, it can be signs, it can be wheels, but this week it's something quite small. And here's the back of it just here. Can you guess what it is? It is, of course, a fridge magnet for Nemesis at Alton Towers. However, not the Nemesis as you might remember it now. Look at this, there you go, that's got the old logo on there. Look at that, really nice. Nemesis, been there, seen it, done it. There you go, that's a really nice piece of merchandise that I absolutely love. I managed to get this off eBay actually a couple of months back, and look at that, it's a really nice item with the old logo on there and everything like that. It looks absolutely great, and I really like the older Alton Towers items. Of course, when I was growing up with Alton Towers as a kid, I remember it, you know, being such a magical, amazing place, and all these older bits from I get from the park are really, really good, and it's great to always get them here on the show. If you do have any merchandise though, make sure you are sending it in to our Interact With Me section of the show, and I'll tell you our details later on in this week's episode. It's now time for Ask Me Anything. So it's time for Ask Me Anything, the part of the show where you send in questions to us at Theme Park Worldwide, and then the one and only admin Charlotte will pick 4 questions at random for me to read out on the show each week. Let's have a little look then at what wants answering for you guys this week. So Tom Lander, apart from theme parks and being a DJ, what do you do in your spare time? Well, the question is, do I have any spare time? But when I do, and when I'm not filming and when I'm not replying to comments and working, of course, I'll do a bit of cycling. And I love a bit of cycling. Me and Charlotte go on bike rides whenever we get chance. We've got electric bikes though when we're going up the hills. So there you go, that's what I tend to get up to whenever I get the chance really to do so. So thank you very much for your question there, Tom. Stacey Smith, best dark ride in any theme park you've ever been on? Indiana Jones, Temple of the Forbidden Eye at Disneyland in California. If you want to see my first reaction to riding that, check out the vlog from September 2015. But it was an emotional experience. Indiana Jones is amazing. It's kind of like Dinosaur, if you've been on that, the Animal Kingdom at Walt Disney World. I absolutely loved it. The theming's stunning. Just the whole feel to the ride, the soundtrack, there's fire in it. It's just an amazing experience. So thank you very much for your question. William Tedstone, do you think Oblivion at Alton Towers would be better if it had an inversion? Well, of course it would. It'd be great if it had an inversion, especially when you come out by Enterprise, come out of the hole. It'd be great if it went into an inversion. However, this was the prototype ride that opened in 1998 at the park. Back then, we were lucky to get a vertical drop roller coaster, never mind having versions on it. So I think Oblivion is nice how it is. It's good to sort of see it as a staple ride, and it was the world's first vertical drop roller coaster. These coasters have been developed so much over the years to have inversions, but with Oblivion, I think it's quite nice how it isn't, you know, and how it's not got one. And yeah, that's all. I think it should stay like that. I wouldn't like them to go back and sort of make any alterations to it. I think it's nice just how it is. But thank you very much for your question. Then Lucy, how did you meet the rest of the Theme Park Worldwide crew? Well, where do I start? I met everyone from different places. Charlotte, as in my girlfriend who does the admin for the channel. I met Charlotte when the Smiler was being built at Alton Towers. We were there watching the construction. And I've met those people mainly through Alton Towers, through work and through being my local park. That's how I've met a lot of my friends and a lot of the people that you'll see on the channel. So there you go, pretty much everyone has been met through there, and of course doing these videos as well. So thank you very much for your questions. If you've got anything you want to ask me, then ask me anything. All you need to do is send it in via email. All you need to do is send it in there. ask@themeparkworldwide.co.uk, ask@themeparkworldwide.co.uk, or you can send it as a private message on our Facebook page. Make sure you drop us a like there as well, as we've got regular updates on the videos, and of course that's where we post our famous live updates whilst we're out and about at the theme parks. Now I'm excited because this is probably the most action-packed Interact With Me we've had so far this series. It could be any series that we've ever done, to be honest. This is absolutely amazing to see that you guys have sent this much in. So I'm going to kick straight in with what I've got. I've got loads of photos, birthday shout-outs, the lot. So it's absolutely awesome. And let's get straight in with our first one, which is from Caitlin Roberts, who had a photo with me. So thank you very much for sharing that photo. Alex had a photo with Darth Vader at Disneyland in California. It was great to meet Alex out there in California. He's a big fan of the channel, and of course we had a fantastic trip. So thank you for sharing your photo. Callum Moxton with a Ben 10 on-ride photo from Drayton Manor. Jamie Mastard had a photo with the TPW gang. Awesome to see you there, and thank you for sharing your photo with us on the channel. Next up, Oliver Humphreys with a Dragon Falls on-ride photo. You got Nathan with a Speed on-ride photo from Oakwood. Speed's a great ride, absolutely love it. Armagit Upal had a photo outside Valhalla. You've got Lars who had a photo with me at the turnstile, so thank you very much for sharing that. Leo Morris had a photo with me at Alton Towers there as well, so thank you for seeing that. Of course, if you see me at the parks, make sure you have a picture with me, I don't mind, and of course you can then send it in and I'll put it on the week's episode of Theme Park Worldwide, the show. So thank you very much for sending that in to me. Next up then, Connor Allen with a Smiler on-ride photo. Chris Johnson with a Ben 10 on-ride photo. And also Reese Mansfield with a photo of me at the turnstiles. You got T Preview, who had a photo of me also at Alton Towers. Courtney had a photo of me at the Pleasure Beach. Loads of people have seen me out and about at the parks lately, which is great. You'll mainly find me at Alton Towers though if you want to see me. And then next up you've got Harry Kirk with a photo of me at the turnstiles, another one. Joshua with an Odyssey on-ride photo. And then finally, and I really like this one, this is from Like In It. So I don't know if they're supposed to, they want me to say like in it, so like in it. We had a photo with me and Alex there at Alton Towers. Thank you very much for sending in your photos, and if you've got anything you want sending in, make sure you send it in via the details that I'll read out at the end of the section. Next up we've got your merchandise photos. So Rosie sent in a selection of pin badges from Orlando. All in those, you got some great pins. Ben Kendall with a Ferrari World map and Formula Rossa on-ride photo. I'd love to ride Formula Rossa. It is the fastest roller coaster in the world at the moment, and one day in the next couple of years I'll get out there to go and try it, so thanks for sharing that. Joe with some Thorpe Park merchandise. You got some awesome stuff there. Thorpe's got some great new merch this year, so thanks for sharing that with me on the channel. And then finally Henry with some Alton Towers merchandise. Again, Alton Towers has some great new stuff this year, so make sure you check it out when you're at the parks, in the shops. Happy birthdays coming up now to David and also to Matty Allen. Happy birthday to both of you. Tom Jamers and Stacey Baker are celebrating their 1 year anniversary. Oh, so happy anniversary to you from us all here at Theme Park Worldwide. Also a big shout out to Tom Garden. And finally, get well soon now to Sophie Charles, who's currently in hospital. I know she loves watching Theme Park Worldwide, the show. So hi to there, this is Sophie, and I hope you feel better soon and get yourself out of hospital where you can get back to some theme parks and get back on some roller coasters. Thank you very much for all your interact. That's one of the best interacts I've ever had here on the channel. But next week, let's make it even more interactive. All you need to do is send in your photos, your birthday requests, your shout outs. All you need to do is send them in to interact@themeparkworldwide.co.uk. That's interact@themeparkworldwide.co.uk. You can also send them in via private message on our Facebook page. That is it for this week's episode of Theme Park Worldwide, the show. Next week it's going to be all about the interact, of course. Hopefully you're sending your pictures. And of course, birds are tweeting outside. And of course, it's going to be a great trip out to Italy where I'm going to be experiencing the 2 brand new parks and bringing our review to us here on the channel. Have a fantastic week, everyone. The weather's picking up. The birds are even tweeting outside the world of theme parks. So that means it's a great chance to get out there and see the theme parks. Thank you for watching Theme Park Worldwide, the show. I'll see you next Wednesday, and that means it's time to cue those credits. Have a great week, guys. See you later.